Hi everyone, my name is Candy Hough and welcome to Angel Healing House. Today's topic that myself and my angelic family, the Posse of Angels, wish to speak about is entitled Finally Releasing Negativity to Live Your Truest Self. Now the Posse of Angels is sharing with us that something extraordinary happened in these past months as massive incoming waves opened a gateway of heavenly light to finally release the human karmic negativity that we all have within, yes, even the most spiritual of us. And while the overall energies have seemed to have shifted and they do not feel as hard, we still have been releasing old beliefs and old programming and letting go of anything that caused us to be triggered and reactive in any way. In fact, to help us find any hidden triggers, many of us were or are being presented with people from our past who we thought we dealt with. And with their arrival, we may have received a nasty twinge when they reappeared again. Now, their reemergence in our lives is to see if we have finally released any and all illusions of negativity around our association with them, and to see if all we now feel is simply unconditional love and forgiveness, no matter what transpired with them. One client said to me, I can't believe it with all the spiritual work that I've done and the fact that I'm a life coach and a theta healer, that so many unresolved emotions were coming up for me to address when I bumped into my ex. Now, in many ways, it feels like we're doing spring cleaning and decluttering our lives in preparation for the new to come in. And the Posse of Angels is reminding all of us that although you can ask others to help you declutter and to release any negativity that is still left, there may be feelings of blame. We need to bring that all into heavenly alignment. And no matter how much we wish and we ask and we pray for new opportunities and connections to bring about the fulfillment of our desires, each and every one of us must resolve these triggers, because we simply cannot advance into the new if we are still hanging on to the false energy of anything but pure, unconditional love and forgiveness. Now, the Posse of Angels is reminding us not to beat ourselves up if we're still finding things that are causing us to be reactive. Now, please know that by being presented with these final reminders of anything that is not wholly of divine love, that it's helping us towards the freedom that our soul has been craving. In fact, this is what the Conscious Collective had been working on since the beginning of 2012, which is no less than the freedom of our souls. Now, to help us mop up and mop away any of the last remaining illusions of anything but unconditional love, the Posse of Angels is reminding us to freely and happily let anything that comes up around people from our past, to just simply let it pass by you, as if you are the silent observer, detached from anything that is not fully steeped in love. Solely allow love to be your Geiger counter and your compass with which to navigate. We all have experienced the relentless illusion of holding on to negativity with some aspect of our past, as we desperately clung to being right, making the other person wrong, rather than just holding unconditional love. And the perpetuation of this negative cycle of rehashing what a person did, what a person said, how they treated us, well, it causes harm not only to ourselves, but it also lowers all other energies and light frequencies on the planet. I recently heard from a distraught client who told me that she asked the angels to, in quotes, get a certain man out of her life. And yet every time she went on Facebook or she turned on her phone, his was the first post, text, or call that she saw. She asked, why don't the angels help me? And why don't they listen to me? Why are these random things still occurring? Well, first of all, I told this client that nothing is random and that we all create our realities for the greatest good of ourselves and the greatest good of all concerned, even if we're not aware of it. I explained that it would be most beneficial to concentrate on releasing, surrendering, and letting go of any triggers and reactions that have caused her to feel anything but peaceful, loving, and forgiveness for this gentleman. I told her that she was very clever to keep drawing this gentleman to herself so that she will be faced with these adverse feelings in order to finally address and bring the energies around him back into divine alignment. This needs to be done so that she will ultimately move beyond the adverse reactions, be infused with only divine love, so that she may attract an energetically pure divine love to herself in the future. You know, what we're learning now is that we have always been free to utilize our power of love that comes from our free will. In any moment, we can consciously choose to go into our hearts and find the peace, feel the love that our soul is yearning for. Please remember that our days of saving and enabling others are long gone, and we simply cannot do this anymore. But what we can do is to become the radiant example of God consciousness and allow that illumination to flow through us, which will then light the path for others as an example to give them clarity and direction, if they should choose to do so. The Posse of Angels is emphasizing that we have always had this freedom of choosing how we're going to feel in any given moment. And they're reminding us that it is only when we take time to just be and observe our lives just as they are that we can see that we have created every part of our world. And if there is anything that we do not like that we've created, then it is through the blessing of our free will that we can create a very different reality if we choose. Now, with the clarity of choice comes the startling realization that it was the clearing of all negative energies, triggers, and reactions which we created that stopped us from being crystal clear to be able to manifest what we desired. By being clear, bringing these triggers into the light and love of divine alignment, we then can begin to start to create and manifest our most desired reality. Many of us are so excited and so enthusiastic about finally choosing to clean up our lives. You know, bringing all aspects of our lives into divine alignment will lead to the summer months of 2016, revealing the physical, tangible evidence of the wonderful miracles that will finally be able to manifest for us to help us step forward and into the life of our dreams. In fact, for those who have done this clearing, the Posse of Angels keeps whispering in my ear the phrase, summer harvest, which will be experienced for so many of us who have cleared. With this final releasing of the illusions of negativity and declaring that we can now experience freedom, we can proclaim aloud that we are finally free, free to be who we are, free to live the truest representation of ourselves. Okay, but wait a moment. The Posse of Angels is picking up that some of you are apprehensive of what that actually means to be free. If we're free, we have to take responsibility for our lives. We have to take inspired actions. We have to be proactive and not rely on others to tell us how to live, where to work, what to think, and how to move forward. And this just may take some getting used to, especially if this is all we have ever known to rely on others. The Posse of Angels is reminding us that we've always been birds inside a cage, and the cage door has always been open. But with many of us having looked to external sources to tell us what to do, we may have totally disregarded our ability to fly free and to make our own choices. Each and every one of us is not here in physical form to be a compromise of who we are and to limit our lives and to settle for less. So with your newfound freedom, with the release of anything that is not of divine love, what will you do now? Will you fuel your dreams and desires to move from where you presently are, visualizing a new home, a new location, perhaps where it suits your new free energies better? Will you fuel the energies of bringing to yourself accepting, supportive, encouraging relationships that allow you to be exactly who you are, with no game playing and no diminishing of your own energies in order to stay in that relationship? Will you begin to take your gifts that you are passionate about as a light worker and create a business to serve yourself and to serve and share with the rest of the world? By choosing to finally bring all aspects of life back into divine love, many will experience wonderment on the horizon as we step into our truest selves. And if you need help stepping in to your truest self, if you need help in resolving those deep-seated triggers and reactions to anything and anyone in the past, if you need help to bring all that back into divine alignment, give me a call. Again, my name is Candy Hough. As a Reiki Master Teacher, as an angel practitioner, healing practitioner, you can call Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716 here in Los Angeles, California, and or you can email me at Candy, C-A-N-D-Y, at angelhealinghouse.com. For more information, you can go to my website, which is www.angelhealinghouse.com. And until next time, please allow your radiant light to shine forth and go out and fashion a beautiful life for yourself. Love and, of course, angel blessings, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.